Right, welcome to another video. Now, this one's basically a sequel, if you like, to Operation Mockingbird, which was a video I done 1 year ago. And if you've not seen this one, it's worth taking a look at because of events what are coming about now in the news media. It's very much to deal with this. So basically, first thing is Tom Robinson. Right? Tom Robinson's character in the Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird represent the themes of racial injustice and systematic prejudice. Right? So Tom Robinson is a 25-year-old black man wrongfully accused of raping Mayella Ewell, a white woman. Right? And so that's what the story's about. Very famous novel and all that. Some of the injustice of race stuff and all that. So straight away, you've got your Tom Robinson, your Tommy Robinson character. Of course, his name isn't Tommy Robinson; it's Stephen Yaxley of Lennon or something. So basically, obviously, people are aware that the Tommy Robinson is against Muslimism. So just at the weekend, you had the Tommy Robinson's March in London, and the same weekend you had the Tyler Robinson. So you got the T Robinson all across the board, right, at the same time. Of course, this Kirk thing, and that basically Kirk like the church, right? Kirk is the church. As you see, the characters, right? Atticus Finch, who's the main character, who's the attorney or something, the lawyer, known as One Shot Finch, the deadliest shot in Maycomb County. Of course, you had that Tyler Robinson thing, where obviously it's the shot. It's supposed to have shot the girl or something, right? Next character. As you see, Tom Robinson is the African American, falsely accused. Interestingly, one called Tate, because obviously you've got our Andrew Tate. Ken Johnson. And basically you got the judge, right? The judge who stands over the trial in that story is John Taylor. Taylor, Tyler Robinson, but Taylor the judge. So the coordinates something like the judge. And also at the same time you've had this story from. This is the other big story. It's about a black man kills a Ukrainian immigrant, Ariana Zarutska, on a train or bus or something in America. Now straight away this is turning around the idea of the immigrant, right? Because obviously when you got the Tommy Robinson stuff, the immigrant idea is the black type of people, right? And this is making the white one, the immigrant, and the black one, the sort of the native person, right? So they're sort of turning that around. But again, you're looking at a Tom Robinson idea where the black man kills the white woman, right? Now, I would say it personally, there's different ways this could go. Like, for example, obviously I have your 2, 3 for the 33, right? There's ways what this could go, right, where some reports I've seen on this are advocating for asking for death penalty for this, this black man in this particular story, right? Now, as we know, the Tom Robinson story, right, he basically gets let off. He basically gets, at the end of it, the Tom Robinson gets exonerated from the murder of this white girl, right, in that story, right? So basically there's 2 ways what this could go, this hex. It could be they give a death penalty to the character, right? Obviously eventually after so many months or whatever, right? They give a death penalty to the character and it turns out he was innocent or something. They killed the wrong one, right? Or it could be the case that the judge is lenient and lets him off with a small sentence or something, which would again outrage people, type of idea and all this. But both them possible outcomes are to do with the Tom Robinson To Kill a Mockingbird thing again, right? And like I said, the other stories run concurrently are all about T. Robinson, T. Robinson. Obviously the Tom Robinson United Kingdom thing. Again, as we know, this is all Masonic, right? So ultimately, the aim of the game is to integrate, like multicultural society, Now, of course, whether or not they're doing it because they genuinely believe in peace, love and brotherhood, or they just want to create chaos, right? It's obviously debatable, right? Of course, the Freemasonry at Taylor appointed officer responsible for guarding the lodge's meetings against unauthorised entry, often referred to as Cowans. So you see what that was about. The Taylor type of thing. Protection of the moral integrity of the Masons. Again, you have a Gates in that story, To Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah, as you see here, Ian Wright is English. Fuck the ethno nationalists. So again, you're talking about a Tom Robinson idea. See what I mean? So at the end of the day, the purpose of all this stuff, the Tom Robinson and all that, is to bring about integration of multicultural integration, ultimately. See what I mean? They go through the stages of they go through the same stages all the time, like the violent opposition, and then the gradual getting used to it, and then the ultimate acceptance of it type idea, which was that was outlined by a philosopher of some degree. So as you see here, each work has to pass through these stages: ridicule, opposition, and then acceptance. Swami Vivekananda. So basically, like in the 1970s, 80s, you saw like a type of the comedic stuff that was on the telly. Where they were taking a piss out of Indians and stuff like that. There was countless TV shows and movies and that. That was the day with that. Obviously, the stuff now is this violent opposition, and then the next stage is just acceptance of it. It become normalised, That's obviously what they're working on doing now, trying to normalise the multiculturalist society and all that. It's just totally what they're up to. Like. Again, to prove this stuff, basically he has another Robinson, Calvin Robinson, who's supposed to be a right-wing political commentator in an English vicar or something, quite ridiculous type of character and all that. But he's been involved in the American church. So again, what you're saying is something to do with the same thing, the same story. The killing mockingbird thing and all that. Apparently this one went to meet Donald Trump and that. Again, of course Calvinism is this stuff, right? Again, this Calvin Robinson character was involved in the reform idea on GB News. He talked about reform Christianity. So whichever way you turn it, it's about embracing multiculturalism. And it's they're all like controlled opposition groups. They're all about embracing multiculturalist future type idea. Right? All of them. This tulip thing. 5 key points. The pentagram basically. They also have the case of the mother bird with Prophet Muhammad. And the Operation Mockingbird. The mother bird. Just to prove that the mockingbird is Masonic. To see CK, Mockingbird CK 31133, same as a Charlie Kirk CK. Now basically Robinson means son of Robin. Now Robin is going to mean Reuben, which is one of the tribes in the Bible and all that. So basically Reuben, son of Jacob. Jacob is Cobra, the Cobra. Behold the sun, behold the sun. Boar is a pig, like a boar is a pig. Rubenists, Richard Rubinstein. Behold the seed, ruby stone. And apparently Yaxley is connected to the baronies. Now the barons and lordships scattered throughout the country. So that sort of concept of being a working class lad and all this garbage, it's basically in with them. Stephen Yaxley Lennon, an English politician and conspirator.